Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello, world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News for the last part of November, first part of December 2014. Glad you're logged on and watching. Well, on this show, we premiere for the 23rd or 24th year the Hoops Corner to show you highlights of all the Panther and Pantherette games as they continue to compete at a very high level in the state of Texas. That, plus some scenes from the Duncanville New Lions Club pancake breakfast that was held on Saturday. And we're going to be back and start all that right after this.
Hi, I'm Amy Johnson.
Hi, I'm Raven Duga.
I'm Alex Hawkins. We're the athletic trainers of Duncanville High School, and now that football season's over, we're ready for some hoops.
Hoops? Did you say hoops? We gotcha hoops. Right here in the Hoops Corner on Duncanville Weekly News with all the highlights from the latest Duncanville Panther and Pantherette basketball games and a peek at upcoming games. The Hoops Corner is brought to you by James Memorial Chapel, Duncanville's only home-owned funeral home. Leon Miller Commercial Real Estate Properties on Main Street. Need some space? Call Leon at 972-709-7181. Fry Integra Insurance Services, your hometown insurance agency for 30 years for all insurance types. Call 972-296-9786 for John or Todd. By the Wolverton Company, serving Duncanville's heating and cooling needs for longer than anybody can remember. 972-296-COOL. Jim McDonald's State Farm Insurance Agency, right here in Duncanville on Main Street. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Jim are there. And by Ambit Energy. You have power options. Call energy specialist Don McBurnett at 214-918-9981. You'll be glad you did. And now, in the Hoops Corner, here's John with all the Hoops highlights.
Hello, Duncanville basketball fans, and welcome to the Hoops Corner as we premiere the show for the 23rd or 24th year. Well, both the Panthers and the Pantherettes are off and running. They have tipped off, and we're going to catch you up on this show as to where they are right now, showing you some highlights, and then we're going to look ahead to their upcoming games. And we're going to start this week with the Panthers. They, of course, stay a week behind the Pantherettes so far as scheduling is concerned. And here's what they've done up to now. The Panthers open their season, as usual, with Louisville this year up there. And having their fourth head coach in the last 4 years, a former assistant to three of them, Corey Chisholm. And early on, Jalen Harris makes a smooth move for a basket. Then, William Kissintner, Will Kiss, we'll call him, rebounds and scores. On a break, Matthew McQuaid follows his shot and banks home the ball. And at the half, the Panthers lead by 8. Early in the third, Matthew is ahead of the pack, scores, and is fouled. Later, he drives through 4 defenders and scores again to give the Panthers a 13-point lead midway through the third quarter. It's rare, but we have a good defensive play here by Ipinawa Adi Okum. Ippy, we're going to call him, as he blocks a layup. And then Wilkes launches a three-point shot that is rebounded and put back by Austin Allen. Jalen drives, travels, shoots, rebounds, scores. Coach Chisholm visits with the team at a timeout. Cameron Hunt scores on a break. But after three, the Panthers' lead has been whittled to 6. Dante Bam Reese makes a smooth 17-footer. And then Matthew inbounds to Chris Smith, and he drills a three-point shot for an 11-point lead with 6.5 minutes to go. Then Jalen hits a much-needed three-point shot as the Farmers are rallying fast. It's tied at 70 with 2 minutes left, and the Farmers hit this three-point shot. Jalen partially answers with this play. But down by 2 with 16 seconds left. Turned into 7 when they hit free throws. Final, Louisville 81 and the Panthers 74. Jalen had 20, Matthew 14, Cameron 11, Wilkes 10 in an even scoring attack. Then on the weekend, the Panthers headed for Houston to the prestigious McDonald Invitational Tournament, and in pool play Thursday, they whipped Fort Bend Bush 70-51 with Matthew, Cameron, and Jalen in double figures. San Antonio Clark was next in pool play, and Austin scored 17, Jalen 13, and Matthew 11 to advance to the Gold Division on Friday, but they lost in the first round to Lancaster 71-54 with Jalen getting 23. In the consolation side, North Crowley was the opponent and took a whooping 78-33 with Matthew getting 21 on 7 three-point hoops, scoring 26 altogether. The Panthers scored 14 three-pointers in this game. Then on Saturday, the Panthers met Richardson for the consolation championship, and they won 76-59. Matthew had 24, Austin 12, Jalen 11, and Bam had 10 as the Panthers won 4 out of 5 games in Houston. Senior Matthew McQuaid was named to the all-tournament team. Here you see him and his parents at his signing ceremony. He's going to Michigan State. The Panthers' upcoming games look something like this. On Tuesday, they will travel over to Fort Worth and play O.D. Wyatt. Then, after Thanksgiving on Saturday at 7 o'clock at the Thanksgiving Hoop Fest at the Sandra Meadows Arena, they'll play Little Rock, Arkansas Hall. Then, on Tuesday night, the 2nd, Mesquite will be here for another home game. Then, on the weekend, they travel down to Austin to participate in the Austin Anderson Classic.
Jane's Memorial Chapel is the only family-owned funeral home in Duncanville and is proud to offer caring and dedicated services from familiar friends. Rick Janes and his family, the owners of Jane's Memorial Chapel and Funeral Home, have served Duncanville area families in their time of loss since 1998. A beautiful and spacious chapel is offered, and Jane's serves all cemeteries. When it comes to finding people you can trust in a time of need, you can turn to Jane's Memorial Chapel. No one else knows families better. 811 South Cockrell Hill in Duncanville.
Well, as we mentioned, the Pantherettes are a week ahead. That's 6 games of the Panthers, and they've played several games up until this point. And here's a review and highlights of most of their games up to now. The Pantherettes opened their season with a theme of something to prove at McKinney North, a state region champion and Final Four team in last year's 4A, and many faithfuls made their way up Central Expressway to Collin County for the tip-off of the 2014-15 season. As Sierra gets the tip, over to Rosie to passes to Zay Green, and she feeds Sierra in the post for the turnaround that doesn't go, and Sierra fouls on the rebound to kind of set the tone for this opener. Over 40 fouls were called. Later, when Tay Davis misses a three-point attempt, Sierra, or C, rebounds and scores. Trey gets a loose rebound and scores. And then McKinney North, they're the Bulldogs. A third, Davis. Nisha has a toe on that arc when she hits this shot. And after one, it's 13-12, McKinney North. Akila Caldwell opens the second with a pretty pull-up jump shot. But at the half, the Pantherettes trail 27-20. In the third, Keela inbounds to Madison Townley, who misses but rebounds amid all five defenders to score. Then Maddie feeds C for a turnaround bank shot. But after three, the Pantherettes trail 35-26. Zay opens the fourth with a much-needed three-point shot. Then passes into C, who spins, scores, and one. Coach Self Morgan discusses a strategy at a timeout as the Pantherettes trail by 7 with a minute and a half left, and the Pantherettes drop their season opener to McKinney North, 46-36. They said the Pantherettes made 31 turnovers in this game. But it's just one game. Sierra led the scores with 13 points. On the weekend, the Pantherettes participated in the Frisco Tip-Off Classic, and their first game was at Frisco Centennial on Thursday night versus the Louisville Farmers. And the Pantherettes got off to a fast start as Nisha steals and pops the little baseline shot. And then Maddie rebounds and scores. Then she passes to a penetrating Zay, who scores. As the Pantherettes are rolling early, Nisha pops a 15-footer. And after one, it's 19-6, Pantherettes. In the second, Asia White, Silas Monkey they call her, rattles home a 15-foot shot. Then, scoring on a break, Tay Davis. Then she finds C for two in the lane. And Zay hits a runner in the lane. And at the half, it's 43-13, Pantherettes. There's a shot of some of the Duncanville fans in Frisco on Thursday night. Zay travels and scores on a break early in the third. And then C hits a nice bank shot as the lead just grows and grows. Tay scores on another break after a great fake pass. And then C spots Maddie underneath for two more. C feeds Asia for a layup. And after three, it's 66-18. Pantherettes. They went ahead and played it out, and Kyla gets on the board, and Maddie drives the baseline and scores. Nisha snares a loose rebound and puts it in. Later, Corey Leary drives for the layup. And mercifully, it's over. 87-29 Pantherettes. Madison had 20 points. Zay 18. Asia had 12 in the blowout first round Frisco tip-off tournament game. Then on Friday morning, the Pantherettes played Lubbock Monterey in the second round game and won 58-31 with C scoring 11 and Zay having 10. Then Friday night into the quarterfinals. It's Flower Mound Marcus at Frisco Lone Star High School, and Rosie gets things started right with a three-point hoop. Then later, Banks from the top, another three-point shot. Maddie hits a long two-point hoop. And Rosie gets it into C, who turns and hits the baseline shot as the Pantherettes build a small lead midway through the first. Rosie again from the corner. Three. And after one, it's 13-10 Pantherettes. There's a view of some of the Duncanville fans that were at the game on Friday evening. In the second, C is double teamed, kicks it out to Kyla, and she nails the three-point basket. C is double teamed again, but turns and hits on an inbounds play. Nisha into Kylie for the long corner hoop, and Kyla gets it to C for two more. That's a duo that works. Let's do it again. Two. And at the half, it's 29-20 Pantherettes. In the third, nice passing. Kyla to Maddie to C for two and one. Nisha inbounds to C, and it's shades of double A as the Pantherettes maintain their small lead into the fourth quarter as the scoring slows on both sides. There's a minute to go, and the Pantherettes are up by two, and Kyla hits two clutch free throws for a 4-point lead. 32 seconds left, and this basket cut the Pantherettes' lead to one. Nisha's fouled, and she hits the second of two free throws for a 2-point lead. There's 16 seconds left, and the Pantherettes have 3 fouls to give before Marcus would shoot free throws, but opted not to use them. And this 3-point shot to win at the buzzer bounced off, and the Pantherettes sneak out of the quarter-final game with a 42-40 win over Flower Mound Marcus. Sarah had 17, Asia had 10 as the Pantherettes move on to the semifinals on Saturday morning. And in the semifinal game, the Pantherettes played the Richardson Lady Eagles, who had beaten Carrollton Creekview, Frisco Centennial, and Plano to get to this game and beat the Pantherettes in a very close, questionable ending game, 45-44. Then on Saturday afternoon, these last 4 games are all at Lone Star High School in Frisco, by the way, and the Panthers played Frisco Liberty for third place. They had lost their semifinal game to McKinney Boyd Saturday morning, and again, it was a nail-biter. This was the 5th game in 45 hours for these two teams, and you could tell as the play was a little ragged. Look at this pass from Maddie to C for an early game hoop. And then later, Kyla to Sierra, who follows her own shot to score. She's building her rebound stats at the expense of her shooting percentage as C does that again. On this play, See, spots a lonesome Nisha for the easy layup. Tay can't find anybody to pass to, so and after one, the Pantherettes lead by 2. In the second, Tay makes a nice move and scores. We've seen her inside, but Sierra can shoot from outside and drains a 17-footer. The Pantherettes lead by 4, and Liberty holds for the final shot of the first half, and they bank it in. 3 points. So it's 21-20 Pantherettes at the half of this game for third place at the Frisco Tip-Off Tournament. In the third, Rosie makes a good pass into Maddie, and she scores between 2 defenders. And then on the next possession, Rosie makes a bad flop, but a good shot. Maddie into C for 2. As the game stays close. Zay drives and dishes to Maddie for 2 more. And 1. The Red Hawks are up by 1 and hold for the final shot. And again, make it. A banker. And after 3, it's 34-31. Frisco Liberty. In the fourth, Kyla shoots, misses, but snares her rebound and passes to Zay, who scores and is fouled in the act. Sierra nails a 16-footer as the Pantherettes stay within striking distance. Maddie has great position. Inbounds on the right, but misses. Follows on the left and scores. And then Maddie spots Zay on the baseline, and she rolls in the lane for 2. The Pantherettes are down by 10 when Tay hits this 3-point shot with under a minute to go. But the Red Hawks hit their free throws and whip the Pantherettes 51-43 in the third-place game in Frisco. C had 18 points. A moving trophy presentation followed, and everybody was trying to remember the last time the Pantherettes were not in the championship game in any tournament in which they participated. Then after the Frisco tip-off tournament, the Pantherettes went up to Plano and then went down to Houston for the McDonald's Invitational Tournament, and here are some highlights from that. On Tuesday night, the Pantherettes headed up to play Plano, the Lady Wildcats, and things went much better with the tip and first possession. Sierra rebounds and puts it back to open the scoring. Later in the first, C spots Madison, who maneuvers in the lane and scores. And after 1, the Pantherettes trail 12-9. In the second, Zay works the lane for 2. And 1. Then Madison scores on a break. KP has good position and rebounds. And scores. The game is tied, and Asia is fouled late in the half, and her free throw gave the Pantherettes a 1-point lead at the break. Asia opens the third quarter with a hoop in the lane, and she's fouled in the act. Lots of free throws, plus this one hoop on a turnover by Sierra keeps things close. And when Plano hits this last second shot, it left things tied at 30 after 3. In the 4th, Rosie hits a runner in the lane. And then it's 2-on-2. And Maddie gets it to Zay, who finishes the deal. Down by 1. Zay finds a lonesome Sierra under the hoop to regain the lead with 2 minutes to go. In a late game timeout, Coach Self Morgan instructs Nisha to hit free throws. And she does. 4 down the stretch to put this one on ice. 48-45. C had 13, Zay 11, and the Pantherettes win their 4th game of the season. Then on the weekend, the team headed to Houston for the prestigious McDonald's Invitation to defend their 2 straight championship, and they won their opener over Cypress Falls by 30 with Zay leading the scores. Then they whipped Pearland, and Zay had 22 in that game. On Friday night, in the last game of pool play, the Pantherettes lost to Round Rock Cedar Ridge. Sierra had 14 and Zay had 11. On Saturday, in the silver bracket, they met Cypress Fairbanks and won 53-43 with C and Kyla getting 10 each. Then, for the silver bracket championship, they played San Antonio Brennan, who had beaten Alvin Manville, and the Pantherettes down them 50-39 with C scoring 23 and Zay 15 to win the silver division championship. Zay was named to the all-tournament team. Also, this was Coach Kathy Self Morgan's 1,000th career win, which will be celebrated properly at the Pantherettes' first home game on December the 2nd. So as we head into the holiday season, here's what the Pantherettes schedule looks like. On Tuesday, the Pantherettes will head up to South Lake Carroll to play a fairly highly ranked team. And then on Friday, the traditional Friday after Thanksgiving game this year at Bishop Lynch. Then on the 2nd, their first home game, thank you, against the number 1 rated team in the area, Skyline. And then on Friday, also host Brian Adams at the Sandra Meadows Arena. We'll be back on December the 8th with the next edition of Duncanville Weekly News and another segment of the Hoops Corner. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving. And as we close, let's see some scenes from the Duncanville Noon Lions Club Pancake Breakfast that was held on November the 22nd at their Lions Club Community Building. And we'll see you December the 8th.
Doorman, I'm the doorstop.
What's been your best door so far?
They're all good doors, every one of them.
All right.
Better.
We got good, bad, and the ugly.
Thank you very much. Your prize. Did you hear that applause?
No.
God, I was
Close enough.
Okay, you want to answer the question for me? Okay, think about this. What was the name of the rock where the Pilgrims landed? Plymouth Rock is correct. Ethan Coffey donated his gifts on his silly, so enjoy.
Right here. This is the sunny side.
No! See you guys on that.
I mean, you know what? John went first in his ward up there.
And I don't want y'all cooking it either.
But he said, I'm probably sitting on the wall. Put it on there where you want. Go ahead. You're cool. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
December what? The 21st. Oh, come here. One more time. You know what? Maybe for the... What's that? You know what?
Are you here, Douglas? Is there a 40 here? Not here. Come on, you get brought back. Oh, yeah. Come on over here, Sophia. Calvin Wells.
Calvin.
Calvin Wells. Come on.
Oh, you always.
Sophia, you get brought back to